Hello folks, it's me, Victor First Mornington in Second Life. It's been a while since I've made a Second Life video to do with the TARDIS stuff that's going on. We're starting in a rather unusual place. This has got nothing to do with a TARDIS. This is in fact the Hawksley water pumping station on the west side of New Babbage, which is a steampunk Victorian city. The pumping station uses two large steam-driven beam engines, which are rather large, and of course there is the set of boilers at the back and all the usual stuff, and it's housed inside a large brick building. What's this got to do with TARDISes and Doctor Who in Second Life? Well, let me show you. Now, don't forget to keep an image of this pumping house fresh in your memory. What we're going to do is head over to one of the resident-only sandboxes. So this video is going to be about the modability, or the many ways you can change a default console room, not just from Hands of Omega but from any other TARDIS maker out there that allows you to modify the existing original build. It just happens that I normally use Hands of Omega equipment. So I'm going to res out here the standard steampunk console room from Hands of Omega, and this is it here. I wonder what way it'll res. It'll res this way around. So here we go. We've got, this is an old build, by the way. This was made round about 2007. That's why it looks rather bare, but this is it. This is the steampunk console room. It works the exact same way as all the other console rooms you've seen me do videos on. There is two steam engines, two rotary flywheel steam engines. The flywheel hasn't loaded yet because it's a sculpt, and Second Life hates sculpts now because, well, it's Second Life. So two steam engines powering this, one there and one at this end, and the main console is there with big huge levers. So keep this console room in your mind as well, because what I'm going to do is I'm now going to show you, if I can find the reser box for this, here it is. I'm now going to show you what happens when you merge this console room with that pump house you've seen at the very beginning of the video. So let's res out, or summon, the exterior. You can already tell there's a difference in the materialised sound. Open up the doors and teleport into my latest modded build. What I've done is basically combine the water pump house. There's the beam engines that you've seen before. If I go down to the bottom, there's the flywheel and the pistons that drive the beam engine, and there's the same boilers. Now that steampunk console that you've seen just before I entered here, there isn't much left of it actually. This is it here, covered in all these pipes. All the original levers have also been changed. Everything's been changed and merged together into a working TARDIS console. Keep your eye on the beam engines as I dematerialise, like this. And we're off. Basically the beam engines now work as the time rotor. There is an electric discharge which charges up the door to enter and exit, and as with all Hands of Omega consoles, this one works just as well as the ones out the box. In fact, what I'll do is I will land in the Citadel. Mine... we'll land at the recharge point. Set. wait on it landing. The beam engines, which are now the time rotors, slowly come to a halt like that. I hit the door lever. Click to teleport. And we should land, there we go, we should end up in the recharge point. There's the exterior that I used, the spike, close the door in that. This is the recharge point of the Citadel directly under another modified console. This one's the tertiary, and it's the main console in the Citadel. And this, if I pull the cam out even further, this is the brand new Citadel of the Time Lords. And to give you an idea of the scale of this building, I'm going to teleport out here. There we go. Here's me, and I'm going to pull the cam right out. I am now but a small black dot in front of the Citadel. And that's basically it, folks. That's the modability of the Hands of Omega consoles, and not just Hands of Omega, but any other TARDIS manufacturer out there. If you have an idea for a personal TARDIS that you want to make, all you need to do is buy a couple of consoles and kind of mash them together. Of course, you do need to be rather good at building and modifying existing builds and texture work, but eventually you'll get the hang of it. That's it from me, folks. Have a good one.